So the answer is 4 square root of 6. So you break that number down to where it's all prime numbers. Look for groups of 2. Take out the groups that you can and leave the root alone. Yep. Now, the reason this works is because if we wanted to, we could write this 96 could be 16 times 6. 16 times 6 is the same as 96. Now, what is the square root of 16? 4. That's where the 4 came from. And the square root of 6 is left over. Okay? This way is easier because that way we don't have to know all of our squares, perfect squares at the top of our head. Okay, so let's try the next one. Let's try this square root of 98. What times what is 98? 2 and what? 2 and 49. 2 is prime, so that's good. Can I break down 49 anymore?
7.
Yeah, 7 is 7. Looking for groups of 2. So I see the 7s. Bring that outside. Oh, 2 doesn't have any friends to go with, right? So he can't go outside, so he has to stay underneath the root. So square root of 2.
What about 49?
49 is 7 and 7. So 49 is not there anymore.
But on the other one, yeah. Oh, wait.
You
okay,
look
so,
for the very bottom.
So if I'm like saying this right, so on the other one we had 2 times 2 because there's 2 groups of 2. Like on the left side.
Right here? Yep, because this was a group of 2, brought it out.
And then the other
This was a group of 2, brought it out.
But since there's only one group of 7.
There's only one group of 7, so I brought it only out one. Yep. Other questions, Kaylee?
So our calculator does that.
Okay, but I want you to know this way because that way when it's different roots. Okay, Matthew?
I'm a little confused on why we're putting numbers outside of it.
Okay, because if I rewrote this, I could say 98 is 49 times 2. Do you agree with me? Okay, what's the square root of 49? 7. That's where that comes from. And I'm left with that square root of 2. Does that help? Yeah. Sometimes we just need to see that. So let's try something.
Wait, you do number 5.
Sure. 72. What times what is 72?
9 and 8.
9 and 8? Sure. And we can break down 9 more. 3 and 3. Break down that 8. 2 and 4. Anything else to break down? The 4 to 2 and 2. Okay. Looking for groups of 2. Well, I see the 3s. I'm going to take that outside. Oh, I see a group of 2s. I'm going to bring that outside. What's left over? Just that one 2. So I'm going to put that in the root. Well, what is 3 times 2? 6. So I have 6 square root of 2.
Why don't you put the 3 times 2 inside?
Because those are groups that are coming out.
So why is it the 2 times 2 on the bottom?
Say it again.
Like on below the 2 and the 4, not 2 and 2.
You could pick that group, but then you'd have this one left over. Doesn't matter. Let's try something with a number out in front. So let's try this number 12. Let's not worry about the number out in front. Let's only worry about the root so far. We'll worry about the number at the end. So let's take that 245. Now I'm hoping that in elementary school or somewhere down, they have taught you things like if it ends in a 5 or a 0, you know it's divisible by 5.
I know.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you now. Okay, so if it ends in a 5 or a 0, you know it's divisible by 5. Okay. If it ends in an even number, it's divisible by 2. Okay, so like this one, we know 2 could go into it. There's a trick for 3s. If you add all your digits of the number and that number is divisible by 3, then you know it's divisible by 3. So 5 plus 4 would be 9, plus another 2 would be 11. Is that divisible by 3? Then no, so 3 is not going to go into 245.
Wait, what's the rule for 3?
If you can add the digits, and then that number is divisible by 3. So like this one, you have to do 2 plus 4 plus 5, and that's 11. That's not divisible by 3, so 3 is not going to go into it. I know there's a trick for 6s. I think it's something with both 2s and 3s, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But usually if you are doing 6s, then you can still do 2s and keep breaking it down. And then 7s are hard. I'm trying to remember if there was a trick, but I don't, off the top of my head, I do not remember a trick for 7s. So I know 5 can go in there. So 5 times what is 245?
49.
Okay. And then can I break down 49?
Yes.
Yep, 7 and 7. Right, we're good? Okay, I see a group of 7. I'm going to bring that out. Leftovers 5. He can't come out. He does not have a pair. Okay. Well, now we have to deal with this 9 that's out front. That just goes down here. Well, 9 times 7 is what?
63.
So we have 63 square root of 5. Because that 9 is just getting multiplied against that root. So you're just going to multiply that 9 against whatever we took out. Okay, so let's try backside. Let's try 21 first, and then I'll answer. Okay? Yeah, you can probably use mine during class. Okay, so let's try 21. This 900. It is divisible by 5, true, and it is divisible by 10 also, because 10, if it ends in a 0, it's divisible by 10. So I would do 90 and 10, just because it's nice. I don't know, why not? And then 90 is 9 and 10. Then I can break down 9, 3 and 3, and 2 and 5. Oh, got to break down that 10, 2 and 5. Looking for groups of 2. Well, I see these 3s, so I'm going to bring them out. Oh, I see these 2s. I'm going to bring that out. Oh, there's a group of 5s. I brought that out.
Wait, how is a group of 2s one?
Here, a pair of 2s, a 2 and a 2.
So it doesn't have to be.
They don't have to be right next to each other. Good question. Yep, I'm just looking for any pairs. Okay, well, is there any leftovers? No. So do I need to write a root with anything in it?
Wait, yes,
No.
that's where I get confused. There is still the middle
Where?
of 9 and 10.
This 9 is 3 and 3. This 10 is 2 and 5.
So it has to be the ending of
It's
the
the
number.
endings, yes. Because this one's already taken care of. Okay? I don't have any other leftovers, right? So I don't need to write a root. I don't need to do anything with that. So what's 3 times 2 times 5? 30. Okay? Well, I have 30. But then I can't forget that 3 was out in front. So what do I need to do with that 3? Multiply it times that 30. Good. What's 30 times 3? 90. So this answer on this problem is 90. Now, if you would have seen that this 30 right here, square root of 900 is 30 times 30. If you could have seen that right away, you could have skipped right away to this last step. So like on number 6, if you already know what the answer is for number 6, you can go ahead and skip to it and not do your factor tree. Perfect. Now, if you did the factor tree, you're still going to get the same answer. But you don't have to.
Okay, but
Okay?
but when I do it, like I know you want us to do it on